So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at Lumenzia from Greg Benz. So we've already taken a look at TK Actions from Tony Kuiper, Raya Pro and Instamask from Jimmy McIntyre, and now we're going to be taking a look at Lumenzia from Greg Benz. I got my start actually learning from a guy named Steve Arnold. His YouTube channel is here, he had great videos about creating luminosity masks from scratch and just kind of teaching the art of luminosity masks. And I think it's an important tool to be able to create them and understand exactly what they are before you start using these tools. From there, I started using Jimmy McIntyre's Raya Pro. I used that for about a year. And then for the past year and a half or so, I've been using TK Actions version 4. TK Actions has kind of become, or always been really, the industry standard for luminosity masks among professional photographers. Lumenzia is the newest of the group to me. I had actually never really tried it out until about 4 or maybe 5 months ago. And since then, it has really, really grown on me for a few reasons. For one, it's very small and simple. You know, if we take a look back at TK Actions, it's taking up a whole lot of real estate on our Photoshop screen. If we have both Raya Pro and Instamask open, it takes up quite a lot of space as well. Lumenzia I also find really easy to look at. Just the way it's put together is a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. Raya Pro is very much just, very simple to look at, but it's buttons. TK Actions is very scientific calculator-esque. It's a whole lot to look at, but Lumenzia has just got this nice, simple, elegant design. It's not feature rich. It doesn't have a whole lot of workflow stuff. Basically, you create luminosity masks and then you decide what to do with that luminosity mask. I can select a lights one. It creates my preview, and then I decide what to do with it. I want to create a levels adjustment. And then I've got a levels adjustment with my lights one. I can darken down some of my highlights. I can grab a lights 2, grab a levels adjustment, and darken down my highlights one more time to bring out the texture and the highlights. There's not a whole lot of fluff in Lumenzia. It's very much just what you use. And I find that this amount is really the right amount for me as far as the features that it has. You can create a selection. You can double click that selection and save that selection to a channel. You can create a curves adjustment layer, levels adjustment layer, hue saturation. You can do all kinds of different things. It's got dodge burn layers. So for example, if I want to select just the greens in this image, I can grab one of these color picker tones or tools. I can grab the brightest green, maybe up in here. And then it gives me this where I have a luminosity mask with all of my greens selected. Then I can hit dodge, and that's going to be for a dodge burn layer. And then it brings up this little dialog box saying, well, what kind of dodge burn layer do you want? Do you want 50% gray pixels or transparent pixels? I prefer transparent pixels, so I'll go with that. And it's going to apply that luminosity mask to my dodge burn layer. And now I can select that same green and brighten it up. And I can add some brightness and dimension into some of the greens in my shot. Obviously, I would work a little bit more subtly than that. In that way, you can make a selection of color, create a dodge burn layer quickly and easily, and do what you want to do and do it quick. I just really like the look and the layout of it. It's got several different modes. You can do normal mode, which is you create your preview, decide what to do with that preview. Or you can work differently where, let's say we'll put it into live. And then first I will create my levels adjustment. And let's say with this levels adjustment, I want to brighten. So I'll do something like this. Obviously that doesn't look good affecting the entire image. If I apply that just to the darker tones, let's try darks 1. That's going to brighten some of our darker tones. We can get more selective about which darker tones, maybe a darks medium 1, darks mid 1. Don't really love that it's going down into that area, so darks 2. Maybe we'll just grab a B, something like that. And you can just toggle between all your different options and find which luminosity mask is going to restrict it the right amount for your particular adjustment. There was no having to hit apply. It's just automatically being applied to this layer. The motions are a little bit more economical. Like there's fewer clicks involved with Lumenzia, and it's taking up less space. And I really, really like that. Overall, I've found that Lumenzia does 85% of what I want it to do. I really wish that there was a web sharpening feature inside Lumenzia like there is in TK Actions. I also wish that there was some kind of save for web feature, and maybe that could just be a totally separate little tab where there's like your export tab where you've got your sharpening and your saving for web, and a little place where you can save a few actions like you can in the other panels. That way you can apply your watermark, you can do your sharpening and export all from one little tab. It doesn't have those features, so you have to either resort to another set of actions or another panel entirely to do those things if that's a normal part of your workflow. So I would say cons: it's small, it's easy on the eyes, and it's not taking up a lot of space. It's very powerful for the amount of space it's taking up. Cons: it doesn't do as much as the other panels. It's only doing luminosity masks and what to do with them, pretty much. It'll do vignettes and sharpening. That's pretty much it. So it's not going to do some of your Orton effects. You can't save actions to it and stuff like you can the others. But because of that, it's smaller and more space economic. Is that even? I think I'm making things up, but it doesn't take as much space up, and I really like that. So I think Lumenzia is definitely one of the major contenders, and another pro for it is that the videos are free. So Greg Benz includes all of the videos for free, which are excellent. Maybe not quite as extensive tutorial-wise as the ones from Sean Bagshaw or Jimmy McIntyre, but the videos are free, and that's nice. The updates are also free, and when TK Actions updates, they make you pay for it. And I believe Raya Pro and Jimmy McIntyre's updates are always free as well. So in the next video, we'll do more of a head-to-head comparison, but this is Lumenzia, and I think you should definitely strongly give this one a close look if you haven't already.